Tarin will move to there, and then it's time to put the sword to good use.
Mm-hmm. Wait, you took the skull sword from the armory? That one?
No.
Okay. Sorry.
That's one long sword I've been carrying forever. That'll hit armor classes of everything. 26, 26, and 20.
That's 4 hits. Very
Alright,
much.
that's plus 40.
Just go ahead and give me the grand
98d4s.
total on damage.
Yep. 38.
They said plus 40 to the scroll?
Yeah, I have plus 10 to damage.
Ooh.
It's a lot of damage.
Sorry, French.
Well, we tried to negotiate, but fuck them.
58 damage.
58. Tarin lunges forward and he just turns into a blur as you see his packed blade land again and again, and you see the creature trying to parry these blows with the pitchfork, but he keeps getting bad at his side. And when Tarin finally relaxes his muscles, this creature's just crisscrossed with slashes on every part of its body, and it's bleeding profusely. It looks really, really hurt.
Oh, is crisscross here?
You know what crisscross makes me want to do?
Jump, jump.
And
I don't get it.
Fred looks over at Khalil like, hey.
And Khalil's like, hey!
Well, this is weird.
That's the end of Tarin's turn.
Orphan.
Alright.
Well,
Orphan's
first,
gonna spin.
you take 11 damage from the infernal wound.
From the poison, yeah. Oh,
Not poison,
okay.
infernal wound. She's immune to poison.
Right. Yeah. Alright, after that, we're gonna spend 1 key point to make 6 attacks.
Okay.
Get fucked!
Get
Love
moved
being
on!
hasted.
Haste is too good.
Haste is too strong,
A
man.
hasted monk is kind of ridiculous. Alright, this... Alright, this is a 13 and a 17. Does a 17 miss?
He's got 18 AC. 17 just barely misses.
Okay.
Alright, so the
then
rest
I
of them
get-
will hit, so that's 4
Then I
hits.
get 4 hits.
Alright, roll. Just roll the damage and give me the grand total.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing here. Whee!
The reason why I
Wow,
do my
3
damage
ones.
stuff's...
Awesome. And 3 ones in it too. Look at this.
Wow.
So bad. Okay, that's this is 18 plus 7 is 25 damage.
25 damage. And you punch this thing to death.
Wow.
And right after Tarin's done slashing, I mean, he's holding his pitchfork out with Tarin, and you see him stooped over a little bit, and the black blood just oozing from his wounds. And you step forward and just lay into him, pummeling him with fists and kicks, and that's it. He falls to the ground dead.
You don't have to do a lot of damage with each hit when you're using the fucking 100 crack fist.
Yeah, it's true.
And Tarin is going to kneel down, turn his head away a bit, and cut its eyes out with his sword.
Okay.
You think he's what's his name's buddy?
What happens in the next, 10 seconds? Tarin's going to sit down and start sawing eyeballs out of its head.
Khalil is going to poke his head through and
Fred
see
puts
that
his hand on your
dead.
shoulder and says, maybe we should give it a few minutes, eh?
Orphan's gonna
point.
try and bandage this wound she's got.
Okay.
And
And
yeah,
halfway
that-
through you bandaging your wound, you suddenly feel very sleepy.
Eric,
Yes.
can you do anything for her? I'll point to where she's bleeding.
Do I need to make a medicine check to bandage the wound?
No. You do need to take 14 more damage, though,
Alright.
from the infernal wound.
I'll cast
Yeah.
Lesser Restoration
Is that...
on Orphan.
Okay. So you discharge the spell, you sit down, you utter the prayer of restoration, you place your hand on the wounds where Orphan has, in haste, inexpertly bandaged it a little bit, and Orphan, you feel, after that second burst of pain, after Arik stoops down and places his hand on the wound, you feel the burning sensations subside. It's still bleeding a lot, but it doesn't seem like it's going to cause you any further damage at this point.
I can roll medicine to try to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, you have a healer's kit or something to bind it with?
No.
No? Does anybody have a healer's kit?
I'm not a cleric.
No.
I have a priest's pack.
I mean, do we have a healing potion?
I think a
Fred
priest
in
pack
here. He
comes
might
with a
have some
healing
healing
kit.
in him.
Yeah.
What kind of shape is everyone in? Because I have a scroll of mass cure wounds. If we're, I
Khalil
don't.
is at shit right now. Nobody's told them and Fred to
That's
come
what I'm
back
saying.
here that it's safe.
Get Fred in here. See if he has any healing left in him.
All right. Zook will poke in the prison and say, "Hey guys, coast is clear. We need help. We need Fred."
Okay.
Okay.
Fred comes back in,
Fred.
looking a little concerned.
And then
And-
ask if there's anything he can do for her.
He can
What was it called? The Cleric's Kit?
a healer's kit, or yeah, a cleric's kit. Cleric's kit or
Oh,
priest's
I have
kit
a
or
priest's
something.
pack.
Well, in
I
the
have a priest-
PHB somewhere, it tells you what all comes in that pack.
Priest pack comes with a blanket, a backpack, 10 candles, a tinderbox, an alms box, 2 blocks of incense, a censer, vents, mints, 2 days of rations, and a water skin.
So no healer's kit. So if you ask Fred to heal the wounds,
Yeah.
Fred looks over the injury and sees that it's pretty grievous, and yeah, he'll throw a level 4 cure wounds on it. So that is
I don't have the
4d8
healer's
plus
kit.
his charisma mod, right?
I haven't needed it somehow.
We have one on the ship. That's why he doesn't have one. He's never needed to carry one on his own.
Ah,
Why didn't he just take it?
You're trained in heal, right, Eric?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe you should carry one of those.
all right.
It's not that useful by book.
Orphan, you get 21 hit points back
Nice.
as Fred sings the song of healing and the wound closes up.
Okay.
This thing, when it slumps over to the ground, begins to melt into this black pool, including the pitchfork it was carrying, begins to melt into a black pool. Terry, you managed to get its eyeballs out of its head before it's melted all the way. What do you do with these gross, horrible things you're holding in your hand now?
I have a jar?
If you have an extra jar, that'd be awesome.
All right, well, let me double check, because I had one for the longest time. I was like, what the hell am I going to do with this random jar?
Oh, man.
Oh,
that's
looks like we have that answer.
Remember that bitter seeds jar?
You have a glass bottle, it looks like.
Glass
Not-
bottle. Yeah, will
Not
they fit in
super
there?
well.
Probably because you drank a potion and just moved the glass bottle on the sheet. Yeah, you
No,
could,
I think I specifically found that at some point.
yeah, you could
Did I
squeeze
just
the
leave?
eyeballs down in this bottle.
Thanks, Zook, and I'll put that in my coin pouch.
And
Make
Zook's
sure
just
you
gonna
mark
kind
that
of
on the
ask.
sheet.
And Zook's gonna kind of ask, like, what the hell happened, you guys? Why did he attack us?
Because we were trespassing, no doubt.
Because Baba Yaga.
Because we went into the prisons and he's a dick.
Did anyone tell him
Was a dick.
that we were sent here by Locke?
After the thing is completely melted away and Terran's work is done, the pitchfork it was carrying melted along with it. But there is a small item laying on the ground. Looks like a copper chicken's foot.
Is
That's weird.
it magical?
It is.
I'll pick it up and throw it.
Oh, I know what that is.
What is it?
What is it?
The brick. What were the exact words when I looked into the hut? I saw that there was
You did. You saw
Some-
5 of these objects
yeah.
that enable teleportation between areas of the hut.
And I'll tell that to Tarin. It allows you to teleport without it going astray.
The one area, or do you need all 5?
Well, he only had one and he was
Yeah.
teleporting.
He was only carrying one.
Between interdimensional interchanges.
What?
Through one of the doors that would strip off all your magic.
Yeah.
So if you hold that, can you teleport us all back out? Or to the
I mean-
entrance?
From what I saw, it enabled teleportation. I don't know exactly the extent of it, but yeah, I'd assume so.
You have a teleport in you?
Yeah, I do.
Can you
Do you-
identify it first, or is that going to burn you out?
I can identify it.
Do we want to do that to see if that gives you any better clues of how the mechanics of how it works? Or is that
What?
something you...
Could
Oh
be.
yeah, if I identify it, I'll definitely know how it works. But this is just what I'm assuming is that it'll be able to get us to the entrance.
Well, my question is, can all of us use it?
Better sure than sorry.
I probably will be able to bring you with me.
Well, I mean, I guess worst case you go by yourself and then you come back here.
Well, if he goes by himself, we should all just go on our own. I mean, I don't know
outta
that it's
here.
worth getting split
If I
up.
go
The
by
only-
myself, I'm not coming back because I don't have the spells to do so.
We should just leave as a group when we know how it works.
How about
Yeah.
we identify this thing then?
Well, let's get out of here first.
Get out of here. You
Yeah.
mean the closet or the hut?
The hut.
No. Let's get, and I'm gonna like elbow Destil,
Yeah, mind link.
and I'll say let's get back to the cross room.
Is that really that much faster than getting out of the place entirely? I think it's only
Isn't
a few
it?
extra rooms.
Isn't it literally right through the door here?
The only door in this area goes to the prison. It's a secret door. That goes back down to Vasilia's bedroom.
Right.
This-
I thought Vasilia's bedroom led us to the cross room the first time.
I
Maybe
think
I'm remembering
it's
that
the
wrong.
bedroom into Jaza Yaga's room, into the plant room, into maybe the cross room. I never made the map. I haven't gotten to that yet.
Do I have any idea, Brick, through the first vision, whether or not this will bring us to the entrance if I teleport? Whether I can bring them with me?
Not sure. Not through the vision from the hut, no. If you identified the actual trinket that had in your hand,
Yeah.
that would give you
I
the
would know.
information.
Is it
Well, I
worth
think we should
waiting here for
identify-
10 minutes? I mean, who knows what else will fall on us?
It's up to you.
I'm in good shape. I don't know about anyone else. Like, I can still...
We could use the. Do you have any more healing words or heals, mass heals that you could spend 10 minutes doing?
Yeah, I can do a level 4 prayer.
You could use your 10 minutes doing that, and I could use my 10 minutes identifying this.
Alright. You got it. Anything for my buddy Eldove.
So we're taking...
I am...
10 minutes?
You. Another
Is there
10
a
minutes.
door in... up and down here to the girls' room? Is that a planar door or just a normal door? I don't remember.
It's a trap door, but it leads into another area of the hut. So it's
Okay.
blackness when you look down it, or if you look up from below. But I will
I'm
lead
just
back
gonna-
down to Vasilia's bedroom.
I'm gonna just pop my head down and make sure Vasilia is still okay.
I believe... Oh, let me see here. Yeah, it was a U-turn, like a... You just poke your head down, you can't see, because it's 2 landings in the stairs. You don't have
Okay.
line of sight to her bed. But, I mean, you could travel down there and find out.
I'm just gonna make sure that the girl's still alright. I'll be right back.
Alright, I immediately begin casting Identify.
Okay?
Prayer of Healing is
Go.
level 4.
Go ahead and roll it, sir, and mark the spell off.
I'll be
Eldove.
back before the... Well, I mean, I'm assuming if nothing stops me, I'll be back for the healing.
Okay. Eldove. Identifying the trinket. It is indeed a chicken foot. But it's been magically
thank God.
enchanted to be a teleportation key. And you see Baba Yaga with 5 of these feet laying on a table in front of her. And she's testing one out. She's standing in the testing lab that you were in earlier. The one with all the scorch marks on the wall and the mushrooms off to the side. And as she uses it, she uses a teleportation spell, and you see the magical folds in between the dimensions of the hut subside a little bit so she can step through to exactly where she means to teleport. By holding this object, which requires attunement, you can cast a teleport spell, and it will function correctly for you and anybody it would normally function. I think it's up to 8 people.
Okay.
Awesome.
And it'll take you anywhere you want to go inside of the hut that you've been to. Or it will take
Can I
you...
leave the hut?
Or it will take you just outside of the hut, inside the Ring of Skulls.
Okay, so but I couldn't like cast it here and go all the way back to the inn?
Right.
No.
This raises the limitation on teleportation within the hut.
Okay.
So you could get us to the
So
front
you'd have to-
door,
And
then
then I
we'd
could
have to-
burn another teleport to get us home.
To get
Well,
us
he needs
some-
a-
Yeah.
Oh, he needs an hour to do that anyway, so...
First, you need to attune to it.
Yeah.
19 hit points for everybody.
19.
Hey,
Nice.
Fred's back at full.
I'm over full. I'm full.
I'm back at
19, you said?
Khalil's at 50.
Yeah. Whoever's...
Of-
There's 7 of us, huh?
Yeah.
Tarin
I'm
needs full hit
already
points
full.
even before you start.
Alright, I'm not targeting you.
Okay. Yeah.
I can
sorry,
only do
just
6
limited.
people.
Yeah. Then don't target me. I'm full.
Taryn, you go
Wait,
downstairs.
there's 7 of us?
Yeah, 6 of
Plus
you plus
Fred.
Fred.
Counting Fred. Yeah.
That doesn't count.
Taryn, you go down the stairs, and yeah, Vasilia looks fine. She's on her bed. She looks very worried,
Was anyone through here recently?
and she just shakes her head. This is not since you and your crew came through.
Alright. be careful around that trapdoor. It leads to a very bad place. You shouldn't go there.
She says, I need to go up there to do my work.
I mean the hidden door in the closet.
What hidden door do you mean? No, and then
Did
she
she
puts her
tell
hands
us
over her ears and says, no, I don't want to hear it. The less I know, the better.
Tarin will nod and go back up the trapdoor.
Whatever you do not go through that secret door that you don't know about.
Till now.
Till now.
So if I'm looking at it correctly, the way to the cross-shaped room is through the gold doors. But I'm sure there's another way to it, but I can't remember what it is. But that doesn't matter at this point.
As soon as Tarin gets back upstairs, I fill him in, and then I, through Mind Link, tell him, by the way, this would be an excellent opportunity to take people out of the prison, if that's what you want to do.
How many can you teleport?
I can teleport 8 of us, so 1 person from the prison.
Do you want to spend the hour?
It's up to you.
I mean, I'm all for driving the
If I
Gnome
use a
truck.
teleportation circle, which would take an additional amount of time. Actually, no, it's very fast whatsoever, no matter what.
I'm not part of this conversation.
If I use a teleportation circle, it only takes 1 round, but I can get any number of people as long as we can pull them through.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm willing to do that, right? Well, I mean, the main thing is we're out of resources. I'm afraid trying to blow through those glass will either trigger an alarm or will require a lot. I think we're pretty tapped. I think we might want to come back if we're going to do that. We can teleport pretty easily now inside the hut. At this point, I think we should just get out.
Okay, if you just want to get out, then, again, we have the choice of just getting out immediately, or so on and so forth. Yeah, I can bring 1 extra person with us, no matter what.
Or waiting an hour and...
Or waiting an hour,
Yeah.
and doing the thing.
Tarin's all for just marching out. He'll ask over each member of the team over MindLink what they think.
Get out of
Marching
here
out
as quick
versus
as we
teleporting?
possibly
Okay,
can.
let's do this a little organized then. So the question is, do we leave versus do we take the prisoners with us? Is that correct?
No, the question is, do we spend an hour for Eldove to attune to the thing so we can teleport, or do we just leave right now by walking?
With the understanding that if I take an hour, we can bring the prisoners.
One of the prisoners.
One
So
of the prisoners.
what's Orphan's opinion?
Orphan is in favor of spending the hour because she wants to take the prisoners, or as many as we can, even if that's
Actually, I could take both of them as long as we use circles
Hey, and
and take an extra minute.
Arik, what's your opinion?
If we can get all the prisoners, then we can wait.
And what's Khalil think?
Khalil would much rather get out of here, but if the tenor of the conversation is saving these guys, Khalil will defer to them.
Well, what Khalil, thumbs up or thumbs down on taking the prisoners?
Khalil is initially thumbs down.
Okay, Zook.
He doesn't want to take prisoners until we've got control of the hut.
And Tarin.
Tarin thinks it's too risky to try and break those cells open with this little resources left.
Hey, and Eldove, what's your take on the situation?
I think we should take the prisoners.
Okay, so sounds like we're about evenly split. We're about 3 and 3.
What does Fred think?
Yeah, what does Fred think? He's got a vote in this too.
Turn to look at Fred, and he says, judging by the state of the prisoners in the cells, and judging by the state of the guard that was placed there, I think it would be cruel to leave them if we can take them.
All right, let's do it.
Mr. Neutral Good over here.
All right, where are we spending the hour?
Khalil is not going to be standing watch for this.
Tarin will.
Orphan can.
Well, we could take a...
Well, no, she really wants some key points back. So
Well, let me... This is,
Okay.
by necessity, this is going to count as a short rest for
Yeah.
Eldove.
Right.
Tarin's
Zook will stand guard.
Tarin's full on resources. We'll stand
Oh wait,
guard.
this counts as a short rest for me?
Yes.
Oh, sweet.
By necessity, because attunement requires at least a short rest.
Well, and doesn't he have like already three attunes, so he's gonna have to drop one?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop. I'm assuming our priest can remove my curse.
And you're at full hit points, right, Eldove?
Not right now.
Oh, you
Eventually.
can't remove my
No.
curse right now? Then I'll drop the. I've got a bunch of useless stuff. I'll drop the Pearl of Power for the moment.
Okay.
I've already used it.
You're at full hit points right now, right? So the Iron
I
Stone's
am
not
at
going to
the-
swoop down now?
No, yeah, I'm at
Okay.
full hit points, and the Iron Stone only works if I throw it up into the air anyway.
Right.
Or unless it's one of those dickish things like, no, you want healing? Let's do some healing. Come on.
Hey, it totally healed him. So Tarin's standing watch. Everybody else is taking the rests.
Zook is watching as well. He has nothing he can benefit
And-
from.
After about 10 minutes of them starting, I'll cast armor on myself just in case.
Okay.
And
And
Brick Road, this is where my banana comes in.
is it?
Yep.
What?
I just told you.
What?
First, shorter on rest.
What?
All it takes.
What are
Okay.
you doing?
Khalil,
Yep.
why don't you just explain what you're doing?
Oh god.
All right. Let me read the message that I sent to Brick Road here. All right. So, originally, I was going to Banana to try and get some extra clues with the understanding of a drawback, and I already came up with one that I would have to. So, remember that snuff box that Ashatir gave to Zook, and then Zook passed it off to Khalil?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
This is where
Super well.
Khalil's going to crack it open, and it's going to do things.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
What kind of things does it do?
So what is Khalil actually doing?
He sits down, pulls out the snuff box, fills his pipe, and lights it up.
And everybody watching Khalil smoke the pipe, and he smokes a pipe basically every time he gets a rest. He looks very serene. He looks like he's staring off into the middle distance, contemplating something. He looks very peaceful, which is odd considering all of the horrible things that have happened to him today. Khalil,
Yep.
as you're inhaling the smoke, you feel Ashatiru's presence in your mind.
Well,
And
this
it
is
speaks
new.
to you. And it says, "You feel very far away, my friend."
Yeah. Yes, we are.
He says, "In honesty, I was expecting to see the gnome."
Well, this isn't his. This is more my vice than his.
He says, "So how goes the adventure?"
Not well. I bring you news from live from the bowels of the dancing hut of Baba Yaga.
And he presses for details.
And Khalil is filling him in as best he can. All the nonsense that's been going on with figuring out Nox, with getting our asses drove by icy devils, and all kinds of other nonsense.
He says,
He leaves out the part about him killing a fake zombie rabbit.
But not the part where he fondled Eldove's hair.
he says, "Your mind feels different. Feels
would have been-
sharper somewhat."
That would have been from the. That would have been from the. I don't know what it was. It was.
He says,
some
"An
kind of
old ghost, I wouldn't think."
Yeah, where it was it. With that, it was like I feel like I'm about like a half a century older.
He says, "You feel your
Even
sword
I.
arm slowing down,
Yes.
your muscles loosening, your back spasming. This is the folly of mortals."
What angers me the most is I've lost this part of my life. And yeah,
He says,
my best years are already gone. I didn't get a chance to enjoy them.
he says, "What would you do to have them back?" And at this point, you
can do
feel
this?
the connection with Ashatiru loosening. And he says, "We'll speak privately upon your return." And at that point, the pipe is empty.
Khalil rubs his head as he sits back up, and he's just like, okay.
So the short rest goes off without a hitch. Eldove, you have unattuned to your Pearl of Power, and you have attuned to the Chicken Foot teleportation key.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And yeah, in the process of attuning to it, you feel if you were to cast any sort of teleportation magic, including either teleport or teleportation circle, either way you want to go with it, it would function as expected for as many creatures as expected.
Now,
No
when you
su-
say
no
function
surprises.
as expected, do you mean that I could bring us home?
No, it'll take you between areas of the hut, or it can take
Okay.
you just outside of the hut within the circle.
Okay.
Now, this is used for Baba Yaga and her lieutenants to use teleportation magic to move quickly throughout the hut. So from
Okay.
that, you would surmise that the other 4 trinkets, Baba Yaga would have 1, and her other 3 horned devils would have them.
And they would do the same thing.
You guys spend your surges if you need to.
Yeah, Khalil needs to spend some surges back.
Expensive hit dice.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a relatively peaceful hour.
D10.
You just hear the soft sounds of the animals working in the rooms around you.
Alright.
But you are not accosted by any more devils yet.
3.
Oh! It's you and up to 8. So I can actually bring 9 with teleport.
Oh, nice.
Because I count myself.
So yeah, you can get everybody with a teleport spell.
8. 15. You know, at this point, I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna burn as much as I can here.
I have a question. Did you relay after talking to everyone that the eyes have it and we're gonna bust these prisoners out?
Oh yeah.
When you came around to Zook with that, Zook will say back to him, "What about the girls?"
30.
And when Tarin hesitates, Zook will add, because I'm a lot more invested in the well-being of the
40.
girls that we've talked to than these prisoners we haven't.
Everybody who's spending hit dice add 2 hit points on top of whatever you're getting back, because Fred is singing the Song of Rests.
It's the worst ability.
Okay, he won't use it then. Nobody gets 2 hit points.
I didn't need the 2 hit points.
I'm sorry, Tarin and Zook.
52.
I'm discussing the girls.
61. Okay, that puts Khalil back. I burned 7 hit dice for that put me back up to full.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like again, I feel like I don't know that we can protect the girls if we get them directly out of here. We're not even in the right world. Bring them back to the inn. I mean,
What if we all walk out except Eldove, who then teleports all the prisoners out?
And Zook will say to Tarin, if we bust these prisoners out, I don't know what's going to happen to those girls.
I can walk out. I'm still in good shape. I need a short rest to get some spells back. One of them can have one of my slots.
So we're splitting the party? I mean, I'm
That's
fine
only
with
one
that.
now.
I'm happy with that. Let's do it.
Guys, that should tell you something. If Brickroad's happy with it, we should not do that. We should do not that.
And,
Brickroad is the enemy here, you guys.
well, I mean, and if Tarin's still talking one-on-one with Zook, Zook will add, I'm all for saving these people, but I think if we're going to spring them, we got to spring them all at once.
How many can Circle take? Eldove?
As many as can fit in it.
I mean,
So,
at that point, the only problem is
There's,
going and
there's
getting the
no
head
upper number. It just
only-
needs a minute.
The only problem then is going and getting the headshot girl.
Does anybody have the map handy that give the swiftest path to the Candyland Orchard?
Candy Orchard goes from gold doors. Means we got to sit and knock on them.
Oh, actually, I can't use teleportation circle to bring us out of the hut. I can use it to bring us home once we're out of the hut,
Because there's
but
no
I can't
circle
use it
there.
to bring us out of the hut because there's no circle outside of the hut.
Ah, then yeah, you can only bring up to 9 total.
Does that, Eldove, would that work on a plane shift if I were to take the key?
It didn't seem like it to me. I don't know anything about plane shift.
No, you doesn't work with plane shift because plane shifting out of the hut won't function at all.
Okay.
And I say no.
But teleportation, this specific key is specifically attuned to teleport and teleport circle spells.
I mean, she hasn't killed the prisoners in as long as they've been here, so if you want to get the girls this time, come back for the prisoners later. There's just a limit on how many people we can actually take on a one jump.
I mean, Zook will go along with whatever you guys are gonna do, because he's not magical.
Okay, so somebody make a decision. Sounds like it's going to be up to Tarin. Tarin, you're on the spot.
Alright, we're taking one of the girls, and we're taking the gnome.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
So where do you go from here?
What was the girl's name here? Veritas?
Vasilia.
Vasilia.
Right.
Has she come up here to start doing her chores yet?
Not yet.
I'll duck down again,
Okay.
and I'll talk into her mind and I say, I think it's time to start doing your chores, and I'll wink.
And she looks very frightened.
And I'll head up the stairs.
And she does not follow.
She's too scared to come with me. I don't want to grab her and make a scene.
I can't bring someone who's not willing to come.
Is that... Oh, that's actually how it works?
Yeah.
Huh.
We should get both prisoners then.
Alright, let's do it.
Bearing in mind that taking away one prisoner, like, that is an aggressive act, and whatever happens
I
will
think
happen.
killing
after
her
that.
lieutenant and taking her teleport key has already tipped our hands in the aggressive act department.
That's the
Maybe.
reason why I was willing to take this, is because we killed a freaking lieutenant.
Let's go. Tarin steps through the door.
Alright. Tarin
Yep,
steps back
I'm
into the
coming.
prison. And now there are 6 ice devils in this narrow-ass hallway. No, you're fine. It's very cold and very quiet in here.
Eldove, do you think you can take one of these glass doors if I tell you exactly where it is? Just throw a firebolt?
Actually, are they both out?
What do you mean?
Can they resist coming with us?
What's the range on teleport? Don't they have to be very close to you?
10 feet?
Well,
I mean,
there's... Will that glass stop it?
But you probably, I mean, we don't know if the glass will stop it, and you probably can't, can you see them, or?
If he's
see
standing
through
right up next to the glass, yes, he can look through and see them.
Well, we couldn't get both of them. Oh, I wouldn't want to risk leaving them behind because the glass blocks it.
Okay. I'll try firebolt, sure.
Okay, so on 3, I hit this one with force missiles, and you hit that one with firebolt?
Sure, but why don't we just make it a little bit safer and have everyone use some sort of attack on it?
I'm worried about extra attacks going through and hitting the prisoners.
Fair enough.
So on Flumph. 1, 2, Flumph. What's the armor class of an unmoving door?
Just throw damage.
Okay.
Is it immune to fire? It can't resist.
Pew, 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 pew.
36 force damage and 3 hits.
Man, look at 36 here. No,
And-
that's 14 fire.
You don't see the, Where's Eldove standing? Right here? Okay. So you shot Fred in the face? That's fine. You don't see the effect of the firebolt, but you don't hear an impact. Tarin, you see your 3 star missiles go flying at the glass, and they strike it, and the glass shudders for a moment, but it doesn't seem to have taken any damage. Both of you make a Whiz 10 check. I'm sorry, Tarin, you make a Whiz 10 check. Eldove, you can make it a disadvantage.
Tarin failed.
Arik, you can make this check as well.
Yeah, okay. I assume that...
I failed.
Okay.
Yep.
You see Tarin and Eldove breaking off in other parts. One of them throwing star missiles, the other one's blasted with fire. And you think back to the creature closets, where you threw out thunder damage, and all of the glass shattered.
You still got another charge on your staff?
Yeah, I do have a...
This is the one that hurts
lightning
everyone,
charge.
isn't it?
No,
Oh, okay.
I have lightning. When you hit with a melee attack with staff, you can cause the target to take an extra 2d6 lightning damage.
Lightning won't do it. It's got to be thunder. It's
Gotta be thunder.
Sound and reverberation.
What's your rebuke on your basic attack? Does that add lightning or thunder?
Whichever one I want.
There you go. That'll do it.
I'll stand right behind you and you shatter it open and I'll get him out. We're just gonna get everyone get in one place, just cuddle together in the middle, and as soon as we're going...
I'll stand here just in case the thunder breaks this one too.
Yeah,
Hold on.
just as soon as we're all through, we're all gonna pile into this teleport.
Hold on.
Well, we can't do it without you going, so we don't have to hold on.
Oh, I know. I know.
And I'll lead you here. Oh, actually, someone has to lead you through the darkness to where this thing is, don't they?
Well, it's straight ahead.
Yeah, it's straight ahead, so it's easy to
Okay.
find. It's just...
That's why I didn't bother asking. It's like, walk straight forward. Okay, I did.
I cast Thunderwave
Okay.
on this door here. That is, creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away.
No, in casting the spell and applying the thunder damage, everybody hears the clap of thunder, and the glass cracks, and then breaks apart and falls down. And you see the gnome inside kind of looks woozily up at you. Tarin, as soon as you walk in the door...
I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, I need you to make 2 separate saving throws. Let me get my spell book here. The first one, if you would please make a Constitution saving throw. This is at 21.
That failed.
That failed? Okay. And the other one... An intelligence saving throw at 21.
That also failed.
As soon as you walk in the door, your mind just goes to jelly. Just goes to just mush. And you cannot remember for the life of you why you're here. And you sit on the ground and you become very interested in your fingers.
I step through the door with purpose, and then I sheath my sword, and put my shield in the back, and sit down on the ground.
For all intents and purposes, your intelligence is dropped to 1.
Okay.
Did you rush past Arik to do that?
I assumed Arik was going to go destroy the other door.
Okay.
He ran into the door though, so.
So Arik comes over to the other door where Eldove is standing.
Same deal.
Same deal, another Thunderweave?
Thunder wave at my last spell charge.
Alright.
Level 4.
Alright. Roll all the damage. All of it.
Couldn't you just have used your base attack for D?
Guys, let me tell you how good being married is. Because Peanut went to get herself some dinner, and on the way home she bought me Pringles. That's pretty sweet that I can just say, hey man, Pringles, and she's like, I'm on it. How much damage on that Thunderwave?
Oh, I didn't roll it since you didn't.
I was hoping you would roll it while I was telling my stupid Pringles story. That's why I did it.
Well, I didn't roll it on the other door. Fuck.
Oh, you didn't. That's right. Alright, that's fine. It shatters. It breaks. You're good.
That's why.
I think it only has like 10 hit points anyway. So yeah, you shatter the door.
Are the interiors of the cell dark?
No, they're lit.
Alright, once Tarin isn't back out immediately, I'm gonna go check in on him.
And you see Tarin, he's sitting on the floor and trying to get one of his boots off so he can suck on a toe. And you see this naked-ass gnome in the back of the room watching him with some intent and trying to get his own toe.
1, 2.
Oh my god,
3,
really?
They're having
this?
They're having a toe
5,
off.
6.
I'm gonna reach in and grab
8,
Tarin.
9,
It's a
by the
motherfucking
collar.
toe off.
11, 12. Nobody said Tarin's third. I'm going in.
And Eldove, how about you make those same 2 checks, please?
Because Khalil is just now investigating as to why Tarin hasn't immediately
I counted
come
to
back
15
He
very
did.
slowly.
Constitution and then Intelligence, both 21.
Pass. Fail.
Fail. So yeah, you get in there and you immediately, again, you just forget why you stepped into this room. The Dragonborn's head looks up and lolls at you and it's trying to get a sense of your shape or your size or something. Doesn't look hostile though.
Captain,
Do
what the
I
hell are
just
you
forget
doing?
why I was here?
Yeah, you just walk through the plane of the door and immediately your intelligence drops to 1 and you forget why you walked through that door.
Well, I clearly don't want to be here. I leave. I say hi.
You look back at the darkness, and the darkness is very frightening indeed.
Ooh,
And
I
you
back
don't know.
up.
You don't know what's on the other side.
Oh god.
So
Look
Khalil,
at this dragon man, and he
This is
seems
just-
pretty fierce
Can I
too.
see? I know this is magical darkness, but do I see Eldove?
you're
You see
standing
in the-
right at the plane of the door. You can see it, but from where you're standing right now, you cannot. So Khalil, you drag Tarin back by the collar.
Yeah.
And
Wait,
so
if he can see me, can I see him?
you cannot see Arik, no, because he's standing in magical darkness.
Okay.
Khalil, you reach in and grab Tarin by the collar and drag him back through the door. And Tarin, it's like being pulled out of an ocean of jello. You just feel your brain throbbing for a second. The headache is splitting, but you come to your senses and you realize what's going on in that room is she has enchantments in place to make her prisoners weak and feeble.
Duke sees this and goes, "What the hell just happened?"
Oh, that's what
I
that
saw
one
Taran
would've-
almost trying to suck off his toes.
Can you? I'll mage hand my boot back.
Okay. Well, you didn't have time to get it all the way off. You were just working
Okay.
with the laces by the time Khalil. But the gnome in there thought that was a great idea. He's got 2 or 3 of his toes in his mouth, and he's going to town.
So
Oh,
we
that-
can't
that's-
get these guys out without going stupid.
Where's Eldove? Don't let him go in there.
How
How
I
long
got
was
a
I in
feeling.
there?
Too
I
late.
get the feeling he might already be in there. Wait, did Aaron say that? Eric say that to where we could hear him? What is Eldove
No, I would
doing?
hu- I would
Eldo's
think
just
so.
wandering around this room randomly, just...
Well, I assume when Eldove wanders by the door, I reach out and I grab him and I
Yeah,
pull
you
him through
can.
the
You
door.
get him by the cloak, and you pull him bodily out. Eldove, same thing. You have a brief moment where you have a splitting headache, and it feels like you're being pulled out of a high-pressure bathtub. And
Someone,
your intelligence washes back into your head.
Okay,
Although-
so I have a question.
someone
and
get a
this is-
rope.
This
Although-
is something I've been wanting to do for like forever in this game. Can I use my combined dexterity and my minor abilities in nature to lasso one of these guys? Is that something I'm talented enough to do?
Lasso with what?
With rope. Just tie some rope and just throw a loop over them.
If you make me a ranged attack, yes. As,
Alright.
as a dexterity ranged attack with a
Alright,
lasso.
Wait, how did Zook learn how to tie a lasso?
Well, I've done
Duke's really
snares
good
and
at ropes
stuff.
and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
I've done snares
He's
and
done
stuff in the
snares.
past.
Yeah,
Alright,
I'll just-
I buy that. Yeah.
A ranged
sure.
attack.
All right.
They actually had specific lasso rules in 2nd edition, now that I think about it, didn't they?
Yep.
Yeah.
What does
pretty
that
crazy.
get?
That'll
Just
actually
my.
be pretty high because you have your proficiency and you have your dex.
Yeah, add your dex and your proficiency to it.
That'd be a 14. That's all I rolled on that one.
That's good. And you get the gnome, you get a lasso around his stomach and tighten it up. He doesn't seem to really notice.
And I bring the rope back out of the darkness to Khalil and say, yank him.
All right. Perk.
Okay, and you drag this gnome through the darkness. By the time he breaks the plane of the light, he's holding his head and groaning in pain. And he looks up, and you see intelligence sparking in his eyes.
And Questrix.
And he looks around at Khalil and at Zook. Says, "What in the hell took you people so long?"
Meanwhile,
Do
Eldove
you even have a
has,
concept of time?
What's going
Eldove
on?
has dealt with
down here?
shit influencing before, so he casts enhanceability on himself,
Okay. And that gives
and
you
he heads back in.
a bonus
What?
to the saving
Eldove,
throws,
just tell
or
him
just
you
ability
noticed him.
checks?
If I use telekinesis, then I would not be able to teleport.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's just get
And-
Zook over here.
I don't know what Zook's doing.
Rope him, no boy.
Oh no, Eldove's gonna get stupid again.
Now, does your enhance ability work on checks and saves, or
Yeah.
just checks?
It work. Oh yeah, that's right. We talked about
Yeah.
this last time. So yeah, I don't do
Yeah.
this because I already know this doesn't work.
But you hear the
Well, once
gnome
we
on the
get-
other side coming out from the hallway, so you know they got the gnome out somehow.
All right.
Zook, get up there. Help! Hurry! We need
All
to
right.
get
Hold on. All right.
Yeah, we
Cowboy
should-
Zook's coming, you guys.
All right.
Move. Let me through.
Questrix. Gather around. We're about to get the hell out of here.
The Dragonborn is just looking
No.
around just stupidly.
Now Zook's gonna ask for a little bit of muscle in case this guy is not friendly.
Tarin will be there.
All right.
If he's not
so
friendly, he's not getting teleported, so.
well, that's true. All right.
Make that
so,
ranged attack. AC's only 10. It's pretty easy to lasso this fool.
Oh, I can't fail that then. Okay.
Okay.
So I lassoed him, and then I get kind of out of the way, just in case.
So who's
Try to
pulling him
pull
out?
back.
Taryn?
Yep.
And same deal. You pull this Dragonborn and
I
you
need to
see
be in
his
the middle.
head
Sorry.
coming out of the darkness, and for a moment, it looks up at you, and it looks just fiercely angry. But then the headache strikes him and he cries out in anguish, throws his hands up over his head.
Easy, we're getting out of here.
I'm just going to say into his mind, since I don't know what languages he speaks, we're about to teleport you out of here if I suggest you don't resist.
And what language do you say that in?
It's in his mind.
It's telepathy.
Oh, that's right. Gotcha.
Telepathy.
And he moves his hand away from his head and looks up and looks around at the other people in the hallway. And then he just nods.
Do it, Eldove.
And Eldove biffs us back to the Ring of Skulls.
All right. And there you have it.
Oh, wow, that works.
So you managed to teleport yourself just outside the door, within the 10 feet inside the door here, all of you. The Gnome and the Dragonborn are totally naked. They are not wearing a thing.
That's fine. We got clothes at the end, probably.
Let's go.
So you get him out here, and the Gnome is firing questions, just rapid fire at all of you. And in turn, he's not even pausing for answers. He's just incredibly inquisitive about...
In a moment.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I cast Minor Illusion to cover up the Gnome.
I mean, the Dragonborn, when he gets to his feet, he's got his dragon dong swinging back and forth.
I'm fine with the Dragonborn.
Okay. Actually, Eldove, you've only ever seen one Dragonborn before, and it was Warwinax.
Yeah,
but this is a silver Dragonborn.
He actually doesn't look silver to you. When you look at his scale, because you know quite a bit about the various scales of metallic dragons, to an untrained eye it might look silver, but the sheen is wrong. It's not silver. It's silver in coloration, but the glint of the metal is incorrect for silver. These are not silver scales.
Eldove files that away for future knowledge.
Platinum? Do we need
Platinum's
to run,
fine too.
Are we going to teleport now,
Platinum
or do we need
is
to
amazing.
step outside this skull fence? I don't know.
You have another teleport, Eldove?
Yeah, I have a teleportation circle. We need to get outside these skulls.
Alright, let's boogie.
And everybody moves outside the skulls, and as you do, you see them once again turn to face you as you go. They do not rise out of the ground.
And the second we get out, I duck behind the nearest tree and just scratch out a teleportation circle on the ground.
Okay.
Takes me a minute.
Okay.
And then I say, okay, guys, let's go.
And
Ready.
The teleportation
Ready.
circle blips everybody back to the stronghold at the end of the Blue Wormling. I'm going to take a quick break so I can hit the bathroom and grab a Pepsi. Are we good for about another hour? Because I feel like we're about to get into some role-playing.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Alright, so 2-minute break. Everybody refresh their drink, whatever you need to do, and we'll come right back.
Alright, cats. We're gonna move. Yeah.
Have to deal with cats, man. Cats are such assholes.
All the cats just jumped off me.
Either way, it's not a white Dragonborn, which is my least favorite color of dragon.
Well, White Dragonborn is the one that, yeah.
Followed closely by red.
Well, we rescued some dudes. That's good.
Yeah, I'm happy about that.
We fulfilled an objective above and beyond capturing the hunt.
Yeah, we did.
I'd still like to get the girl out of there if we can.
Yeah, Zook is going to be a little grumpy.
The girl said that as long as she stayed there for a year, her family would get something. We don't know why her family gave her up.
That's true, I suppose.
So it's possible that she needs to stay there or she's going to die anyway.
2 years, I thought.
2
Well,
years.
and who's to say that Baba Yaga isn't just going to eat her at 1 year, 364 days?
She didn't eat the
Well,
hedgehog.
Baba Yaga seems to be pretty good at deciding that she's done with these people before their term is up.
Alright. So you all managed to escape out of the hut for the second time by the skin of your teeth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Arik
fun going
collapses
back.
on his bed.
The
Khalil does
gnome,
the same.
obviously is Questrix. And he is rapid fire asking all kinds of questions about what your purpose was in the hut and how you managed to get in and where you managed to get to and what you managed to discover. The
Duke
Dragonborn,
Oh, go ahead.
as soon as you arrive back at the inn and he realizes he's not standing anywhere near the hut, stands very stoically back, his spine straight, and he regards each of you with gratitude, and he simply nods his head, and he says, I thank you, all of you, for your courage.
Is he speaking common?
He is.
I'm guessing.
He's speaking of very heavily accented common.
I'll ask for his name.
He says, I am Daniel.
Daniel.
Eldove responds back to him in Draconic. You're welcome.
And he replies in Draconic. And he says, you carry the blood as well, my brother.
Not as thickly as you do, but yes.
He holds his hand out to Eldove. Says, then let us be brothers in arms.
I shake his hand.
Zook will say,
This is all I wanted from a Dragonborn, and that other guy was a dick.
He clasps your forearm and gives it one firm shake.
Do you know what world you're on?
And Questric suddenly shrieks, ah! My goodness! I've got nothing to hide my shame! And he tries to shroud his, naughty areas with his long gnomish
I
beard.
deliberately minor illusioned him so that he was covered. I didn't want to deal with him.
So what, he has like a black bar, like just floating there? Like a black sensor bar?
The only clothes I know how to make gnome-sized are Zook, so he's actually wearing the exact same clothes as Zook.
So,
Alright.
in the first few minutes after you guys get back to the inn, what do we do
Khalil's
as far
gonna
to
go.
provision the two prisoners?
Zook will give
Prisoners.
Eric is
Questrix.
taking a long rest.
Zook
Well,
will
I'm
give
asking about the
Questrix
prisoners
some-
right now.
He'll give Questrix some gnome-sized clothing that he has, some extra clothing. I'm sure
Okay.
he's got it in the room somewhere. Just regular, plain clothes, but that would fit him. And then Zook's going to go to the bar at the inn.
What about Daniel? What do you guys give to Daniel to dress himself with?
Do we have anything that will
dig
fit
through his
him?
own wardrobe.
Um,
Probably won't fit that well, but
He's
maybe
not-
it'll give him something.
he's not enormous. He doesn't tower over you. He's the size of a human, but he does have a strangely shaped head, and he has like a differently shaped torso, and he's got a part for his tail to come out. With some modifications, yeah, Khalil's clothes would be able to fit.
I
him.
have some experience in making modifications to clothing so that body parts work.
So who's setting to work doing that?
Would you be doing that with, what's it called? That thing you do to clean and make everything better?
Prestidigitation.
I don't think I can use prestidigitation to... Oh, maybe I can use it to
Unseen
mend
servant.
clothing.
Just make an unseen servant
Yeah,
to do it.
unseen servant will do it.
There we go. I make an unseen servant to do
Okay.
it. Like he does all my clothes.
And I mean, Fila's at the inn, and this is like Fila's forte. She's able to.
I make an unseen servant to do it. Like he does all my clothes.
Gotcha. Which is probably for the best, because Fila considers that sort of work to be beneath her.
I thought Phila's forte was a little bit more an older profession.
Listen, if Eldove can like pick up a thing and do it in a minute, he will spend 11 minutes making an unseen servant to do it.
So is everybody
and that's-
taking a long rest to start with?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Zook will
Yeah.
kind of indicate to Questrix that if he wants to talk, he'd be more than happy to share some drink with him.
Yeah, I'd rather. I'm not in any hurry to get a long rest. I'll go. I'll
Questrix,
start by having dinner.
Questrix and Daniel are both. I mean, they haven't been starving, but they've been eating
Yeah.
tasteless gruel for God knows how long. So
Yeah, well,
They won't
I'll
be
put
doing
some food in
anything
the inn.
until-
Hospitality of the blue wormling is yours.
gotcha. And Daniel eats anything that's placed in front of him very gratefully. And when he's shown, he asks, after he's finished eating, he asks for but a bit of hay which to lay down on. Something where he can regain his strength.
We have beds if you'd like one, unless you
We
prefer
have
hay.
rooms. Actually, you can have a room.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
That's what we have an in for.
Yep.
Yeah, this is ours.
He asks if there's a lake or a pond nearby.
Is there?
Yeah,
I don't
sure.
think so.
You have all the amenities out here.
Sure.
And so he asks permission to go and bathe himself first.
Absolutely.
That's probably where we all bathe, right?
Yeah, we'll
I
probably be there.
Not
That's-
Eldove, he
I-
is prestidigitation.
Eldove says, "Don't worry about it," and he casts
He
prestidigitation.
has his unseen servant get him a sponge bath.
Yeah.
So yeah, Daniel eats his meal and excuses himself and heads off towards the pond. Questrix is looking to imbibe as much alcohol as you can place in front of him.
Questrix is going to start running a tab. He ain't nobody's brother.
Zook's gonna say, Duke's going to kind of politely ask him to take it slowly so we can talk to him a little bit beforehand.
Okay. And what does Zook want to talk to him with? Talk to him about?
We still have business in the hut, and so he wants to know what information he may have left behind that they hadn't discovered yet. And Zook will kind of briefly go over some of the notes that they had found.
Oh yeah, that was like right before I saw your staff get snapped in half.
And he
Nice
looks
try,
up,
though.
says, "You found my staff."
We didn't take it with us because at that point we didn't want to aggravate her, but yeah, I can describe where it is for you.
He says, "I'd be very wary to tread there again. But I would be very grateful, and I could pay a great deal if you would retrieve it for me. And bring it back."
We have more business at the hut, so if we can, we might take it.
Damaged, however, as far as we can tell.
Oh yeah, I told him it was cracked in half.
Okay.
Like, that was the first thing I said.
Well, the physical staff isn't cracked in half. You saw the magic break
magic
and
was cracked in
splinter
half.
off of it. Yeah, the magic is cracked in half. And he says perhaps it could be repaired.
Perhaps.
That's a good gnome voice, by the way. I like this gnome voice.
We had a player once used to play a gnome, and he would always slip into a Joyzy accent.
That's also a good gnome voice.
That is also a very good gnome voice.
I'm sorry I'm too cool for a gnome voice.